Good day. I'm going to give you a very brief overview of ALCES Online, and this is by no means a comprehensive description of the capabilities of ALCES. ALCES is a land use cumulative effects simulator. It's an online tool that will soon be available to client groups across Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and currently in Alberta. It is a powerful tool looking at assessing land use decisions, land use options, development options, looking at cumulative effects as well of development past and into the future. So I'm going to show you very quickly. We'll just log in here, and this would be something similar to what would be available to a particular client who chose to utilize this tool, which would be in the hands of the end user. And Joro and the ALCES group would be providing this exact service to those that wish to purchase a subscription to ALCES Online. Very quickly, ALCES Online is a full functional GIS system, a very easy to use, very user-friendly GIS system. We have the capability to analyze the province into within a number of different units. You can choose to do your analysis based on your own particular study area. If you provide us the information, we will delineate that and allow you to do the types of analyses on your particular study area. Also have the option of looking at various regions, administrative regions, everything from conservation districts to eco districts, natural zones, game hunting areas, municipalities, park regions, protected areas. Any area that you so choose. We'll look at ecoregions, for example, if we wanted to do a particular, this particular eco region, that we would be able to conduct that analysis. So I'm just going to move along here very quickly. We're going to go to a particular study area that we have developed just for illustration purposes. I'm going to show you very quickly. The base map allows for just a minimal standard map. If we're interested in what the world looks like at night from space, it's kind of interesting to see the city of Winnipeg and some of the areas where development is occurring. With the capability of satellite, terrain maps, as well as just regular old Google Earth imagery, which is based on what is available. Within this area, for example, we have developed a significant database of anthropogenic footprint that exists on the landscape. And you can see here that we have major roads, minor roads, everything that's available publicly, digitally is included in our map development. We've also enhanced it significantly, looking at rural residential areas in terms of providing more detail in terms of what some of the little developed areas are, farmsteads, town areas. So that has been part of the augmentation process that Joro has undertaken. We want to look at some type of an indicator that we're interested in this particular landscape, and I'm just going to give you a very simple, basic simulation here just to show you the power of ALCES Online. So we have a number of landscape types that are built into the system. In this particular example, we are going to be concerned about grasslands, and we're also going to be looking at mixed wood forest. And we're concerned about perhaps in our land use footprint types, perhaps we would like to know something about those types of habitats that are that perhaps have a lot of minor roads throughout them. So they may be a particular area that we're concerned about, and we'll just call this a risk assessment model at this point. So grasslands for a particular species that we might be looking at might be very much a favorite value. We're going to give it a pretty good weighting. Mixed wood forest maybe spends 50% of its time on the edge of mixed wood forest, so it's not quite as favored, but we're still going to weight it relatively large because it is a valuable component of the species requirements. Now, this particular species is affected by minor roads, so we're going to be concerned about minor roads, and we're going to give it a lot of heading. So we're going to multiplicative approach to the modeling. Again, this is very quick, and we're going to model our habitat across that particular landscape based on those values that we have put forth. So we can see that a heat map is created for our project study area. Look at, there's a lot of mixed woods and grasslands. And if we go down into the southeastern part of Manitoba, it's not surprising in the prairie areas, for example, that we do see a lot of red areas where you've got, high-level habitat with a fair number of roads. We can develop HSI models. The other thing that we can look at, and I'm getting this very quickly, is the ability to compare different alternatives, development alternatives, different development strategies that may affect your VEC or your modeled habitat. We can also do very complicated, this is a very simplistic form of modeling, but we can also look at, for those that are perhaps a little more adventurous, anything that you can look at mathematically, we can develop, or you can develop as part of your project, assessing your various valued ecosystem components or environmental components, the opportunity for you to conduct your own sophisticated modeling. You can be as simple or as complex as you wish. So really, that is the essence of that. And again, I will just we can go back and we can do one more quick simulation. Again, if we had a different species where perhaps grassland was maybe not as favored as mixed wood forest, but we wanted a good mix. That's the percentage of mixed wood forest within our evaluation rasters. And roads weren't necessarily all that complex. So anything that you can express in a mathematical equation, ALCES will do the mathematics very, very quickly on a landscape and do analyses that would literally take weeks, and some GIS environments can be done very, very quickly. So here we have a little different scenario, and all of the outputs can be the heat maps and rasters that have the data will be part of the outputs that are available, and you can conduct these types of analyses. So this is a very, very quick overview just to tweak your interest, and I will be updating this, and feel free to email or call if you would like a more detailed overview of the ALCES online and a little bit more about the ALCES group and Joro Consultants. So thank you very much for your time.